Isn't this wonderful and exciting? Yes, this is our year of increase. Yes. And the increase continues. Reverend Dr. Jacqueline Trish Atkins, Reverend Jackie, a newly licensed UFBL minister for better living. Yes. On the ministerial team at Christ Universal Temple, where the Reverend Dr. Derek B. Wells is the senior minister, and she is the founder and CEO of Chauvel and More, non-for-profit, and producer of the Gold Rush Women's Conference. This is the 10th year that Reverend Jackie has honored God's call on her life by coordinating the annual Women's Conference. She, along with other phenomenal speakers, have shared powerful and productive tools with hundreds of women to help them turn their potential into manifested power. Reverend Jackie has provided leadership in many civic organizations, including presiding as the first African-American president of the YWCA of Metropolitan Chicago, and as a gubernatorial appointee, she served on the Illinois State Board of Education for 6 years. In 2009, Reverend Jackie was elected to the board of directors of the International New Thought Alliance, INTA, and served as its first vice president through 2016. She was the INTA official representative at the Parliament of the World's Religion in Australia, presenting on 2 panels.
Amen.
She is known as a spiritual teacher and as a speaker on topics such as life forever, then what about death, forgiveness, and how to uncover your hidden power. Recently, she has had the honor of teaching classes at the Johnnie Colemon Institute, where the Reverend Alberta Ware is the director. Reverend Jackie also teaches metaphysical Bible classes at the Empowerment Center, where the Reverend Roderick Norton is the spiritual director. And it is my honor that she also serves on the committee for Christ Universal Temple's The Meditators for Better Living, where the Reverend Shirley Lawson is minister director. Reverend Jackie's golden touch continues to spread, as she has been invited to deliver the message to congregations at Spiritual Living of Greater Milwaukee, Unity in Naperville, Transforming Love Community in Detroit, New York Center of Truth, and other New Thought churches. Reverend Jackie has received many awards, including being inducted into the Morehouse Board of Preachers in the King Chapel in Atlanta, and she has published numerous short stories and poems. From 1973 through 2015, Reverend Jackie practiced law. Although she has traded in her legal shingle for her ministry shingle, she knows that she is continuing to answer God's call on her life, and that is to serve. Without any further ado, won't you stand to your feet as we welcome my spiritual sister, my friend, my spiritual sister, my friend, Reverend Gold.
I love you. that lady she was talking about. What you think? Oh, I love you all too. I love that Shirley. You know, I think I may hire Shirley. What you think? You know, she makes it sound real good. I thank you. I shared some of that with you. I asked, this is the 10th year, and I'm really excited about this because when I first started this, I was a fussing and a cussing, and it's hard, and why, and do I have to this time? And 10 years has passed. And ladies, we have done recently a focus group, and some of you have seen the focus group report. And the kind of feedback that God gave us as my team. Now, my team and I have been doing this. We've been preparing since last August for this day. I mean, give my team a hand. Team members, stand up. Where are they? Where are they? You will get to officially meet them and get all the thank yous on Sunday, but I think that, no, I know that God has brought us together because some days when they don't like me, they still work because they believe in the mission. And that is awesome. But I want to, Drum Divas, you know, we started, 3 years ago, 4 years ago? They waken your soul. They make it so that when it's time to pull it off, we're going to pull some stuff off tonight. Don't act like you're sleepy, forget it. We're going to pull it off tonight, and they kind of help it, the tension of it, the vibration of it. It just helps you get ready to be okay, to let go of that which you no longer need. I love them. And then that music director, Marjorie Stroud, a long time ago, when I first started acting like I was going to do some teaching from the pulpit, this lady named Marjorie Stroud, it was when I was a minister of Power Circle, and she was there, and every time I got up, she would know what to play, when to play, how to shift, and I would be, ooh, here we go, we're doing it, God. And so I love her, I bless her, and Patsy Stroud, drawn in with her, give them some more love. And then I gotta just say, Deb Okafor. See, Deb was the one at Spiritual Living of Greater Milwaukee, and is Reverend Lisa in here, Dr. Lisa in the house? She was, okay, well, she'll be back. She's a senior minister there. She was the one, that one was the one to let me know about that one, Karen Drucker. See, because I'd go up to preach, and then she'd sing, I am so blessed. You all better know. The team heard me sing last night, so I'm not going to do it to you. I'm not. No, you're going to be up here. And she would sing, I am so blessed. And I'd say, Deb, it would be at the end of the service, and it would touch your very spirit. It would just want you, it would want to come on out. You didn't want to be a human no more. You just wanted to be spirit. And I said, Deb, she said, Karen Drucker. And at that point, all the team members started hearing Karen Drucker. What's what? Got the power. Wake me up. Thank you, God. I'm great. They heard it every morning. They get this text. Go, the YouTube text about, listen to this one this morning. And then they started sending to me. We just got Karen Drucker, you know. So I want to thank you, Deb Okafor. Thank you for your wonderful sound tonight. Thank you for helping me. It's been awesome because the Drum Divas helped us to shake it loose. Marjorie said, increase it. She said, increase your territory. This is about our year of golden increase. But she then said, all you gotta do is get on board. I think somebody said, put your foot in the Red Sea, Moses, so you can walk across. Just put your foot, what's wrong with you? Put your foot there. Jesus said, bring me the bread. And this ain't church service, but they got me started. Jesus said, bring me the bread. You got to feed 5,000? You got to feed 7,000? Just bring me what you got, because what you have is enough. Is enough. I loved it. Walk into your season. But you know what? Before you can walk into your season, you got to know you got a season. I think it was somebody, I can't even remember, who said, did you notice all the quotes around the room? If you haven't, check them out, because that Dana Turner is some kind of woman. But somebody said the only way you lose your power or something like that is when you don't know that you have any. So if you don't know that you have a season, if you don't know that this is your season for increase, then guess what? You won't walk into it, and them Egyptian soldiers gonna get you. You're not gonna cross into the Red Sea. Everybody is a star. Everybody is a star. Do you know that we are each? Well, I don't know if you believe in the Bible, and I don't care if you do. It's in everybody, whether it's Hindu, whether it's whatever. There was a creation story, and in that creation story, there was and you became a living soul. I don't know what your theology is, it doesn't even matter. You became a living soul. And if you became a living soul, that was just a little bit of the divine placed in you. And all you need is a little bit of the divine to be a star. Everybody's a star. Are you a star? Yes. Oh, I'm loving it. Ooh, God, you're going. There you go. I got a little something else to say. The song just took me there, okay? But then, Deb said, yearning to express yearning. And part of the yearning, she said, is surrendering. Now, Deb, I can just walk on into my little message tonight. It's surrendering. But what you're going to surrender to is that inner child, that little girl, that God in you, however you want to define it, that already knows. I went to some of the workshops. How many of you all went into workshops today? Were they good? Yeah. Oh, I went into about 3 of them. And I sat in there, and after I messed with Kim Char and asked her some questions, then she asked me some. I said, okay. It was awesome. But what, in different ways, people were saying, it's there. Turn within. Go in there and get it and pull it out. And you know what I like to say? You're a gold mine. The gold nuggets are there. Go in there, pull those nuggets out, and create your desired and deserved life experiences right now. Right now. I want to say, I mentioned to some of you this morning that I am absolutely grateful that you're here this weekend. You see, it's kind of selfish. As I love and as I serve, God serves me.
That's right.
We were just studying a lesson and speaking of the metaphysical Bible class where the apostles were talking about who's the greatest? Who's the greatest? And that master teacher said, the one who serves the greatest. And so as you join us in here this weekend, and it's us, me and my team, as you do that, that means you have chosen to step on that same road that I'm on called change. It's a road called change, and that road never ends. It's an eternal road, and if you walk on that road, as a matter of fact, you might as well go on and walk on the road because the road's going to pull you along anyway. But if you intentionally walk on that road, transformation is a sweet thing. Sweet thing. I tell you that Charles Fillmore had a lot to say, but one of the things he kept saying is stay open at the top. Stay open at the top so you can keep on evolving, because your greatest day is yet to come. Your greatest day is yet to come. But let me say that as you're walking along this journey with me, and I'm walking along this journey with you, there's some stuff we got to let go of. And the question tonight is, are you willing to let go to get more? We say it really quick. Am I willing to let go To get more. Now, most of you type A's would say, more of what, please? What am I letting go of to get more of what? And I'm going to tell you that, but in any situation, when you're letting go, it's like your hand. If you're going to let go, you got to open it up. In this process I'm talking about tonight, you got to open up your mind and you got to open up your heart. If you ain't willing to open up your mind and your heart, you're not going to let go. You're not going to let go. And in this letting go, though, what happens is we sometimes get stymied. We get confused. So what is this letting go to get more? This letting go, for me, this is Jacqueline Atkins theology. This letting, and each of you better have your theology. You better have your theology, because anybody can tell you anything, but unless you've taken it inside and let the Spirit tell you what it is, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But it's this letting go is broken into kind of two kinds of phases. The first phase is called radical release. It's radical release. And this radical release is a hard process. It takes some yucky tools. It may even cause some pain and some crying and some all kinds of stuff. Radical release means you are being radical in your release. So what does that mean? Well, I don't know which workshop it was. I think it might have been Reverend Sherry, and she was talking about, maybe if I'm misquoting, that's okay. Don't correct me until I'm out of the room here. It's radical release is about your being brave enough and bad enough to go to those thoughts that are the basis of your beliefs. To go to those thoughts. And she was Reverend Sherry, because she said, and those feelings. Yes. Oh, she's in here too. Oh, my goodness. Those thoughts and those feelings that are the basis of your beliefs. You see, radical release requires you to go places where you may not want to go. I think Kim Char said it was like the subconscious or something like that. It's some place where a lot of stuff is. And it's some place that if you were to look down deep in there, you would understand your every action and reaction. You'd understand your every word and your every thought. You'd understand why you were still walking around angry at somebody and they didn't go, as Reverend Coleman would say, to the show. Radical release demands that you go there and that you then start determining, are these thoughts, are these feelings serving me any longer? In between, you got to remember, I'm a star. You got to remember that it's your season. In between, you got to remember all that stuff, because if you don't remember that, you will get lost down there. You will get lost and start re-believing what's down there. You see, radical release requires us to face our erroneous beliefs, dismantle them thought by thought until we see that its foundation is nothing. Nothing. There is only God. There is nothing else. It's similar to, and some of you might have heard if you've been in my class, Michelle, if you heard it, that's all right, don't tell nobody, pretend like it's a new statement. It's a little boy, 6 years old, middle of the night, got to go to the bathroom real bad. The mama's bedroom is down the hall. He's in his bedroom and the lights are out. And he's there actually scared to death of that thing that's under his bed. It's called a boogeyman. He's scared to death. It will make him do things in his bed that he didn't want to do because he's 6 years old now. Just like if we go down deep in our radical releasing process and see some stuff that's down there, it may make us so afraid that we shut that door real quick, and that fear just gets deeper, and that doubt gets deeper, and that despair gets deeper, and we can't figure out why we're acting the way we're acting. Just like the little boy went to bed. He couldn't figure out how come I went to bed. Because you're dealing with nothing. Nothing. Because if he were to get up and walk over and flip on the light, he would see what? Nothing. Nothing. Radical release says, I am going to go there, and I'm going to, I really am going to struggle with what I was told when I was in seventh grade. I was told I was ugly. I was obviously the wrong color, the wrong kind of hair, the wrong body type in my particular school. I was told that I was ugly, and consequently, my only value was if I could get the top grades. That did serve me well. I didn't get whippings at home. But that was at some point down in that subconscious, that nothingness. It was absolutely erroneous because you see I'm beautiful. But all the years that I may have blamed those kids, and as a matter of fact, my skin used to break out horrifically. And I couldn't figure out why. And I got into New Thought, thank you, God, for Christ Universal Temple. And I began to look back and understand that's because I was believing in erroneous lies. The thoughts that and feelings that I had created this belief system that had me thinking something that was just not true. Radical release is shaking my world. It is shaking my world. It is, as Carol Moseley Brown might say, it is making me determine I'm going to define for myself and not let anybody else define me. And she said that was the hardest thing in the world to do. Radical release requires you going down there, looking at those thoughts and feelings without blaming yourself. You know, Reverend Henrietta, in this human form, we do a blame game. We will go blame gaming all day long. And that poor little inner child is blamed so much that I don't blame her for hiding up inside, saying, no, that's okay. You don't have to turn inside. It's all right. It's all right. It is really important that we look at our beliefs, we look at our feelings, we look at our mental configurations, that we understand where it, oh, by the way, who causes stuff to happen in your life? Oh, Deborah said, I do. You mean it wasn't that person that made you really mad because they didn't give you what you wanted when you needed it because you thought you needed it right there and they was just messing with you? It wasn't that one? No. What about that? Oh, you didn't have that kind of love affair. What about one of y'all back there who had that man that did you wrong? Or that woman that did you wrong? What about that? Well, what about that corporate job that, my goodness, they are just totally racist, and I can't ever make it? Who caused that scenario to come into your life? But more importantly, when it came into your life, when you went down in that subconscious, how did you react to it? Did you start dismantling erroneous thoughts, or did you join on the bandwagon, or I'm just not quite good enough? I just can't make it. I'm going to be without forgiveness forever because of that. We are talking about letting go to get more. Are you willing? And this part of it is radical release. You are asking, when you say, I am going to follow this process of radical release, you are saying you are allowing something to be released from your being, from your thoughts, from your words, from your feelings, and therefore it is released from your experiences. It no longer has power over you. Yet if we were to try to do this radical release, God, you are awesome. I love God. You know, you love God. Amen. I love God. Because if we were trying to do this radical release work, you know, we could be willing, and so we're really going to try to do it. You know, Patsy, we're going to use our human intellect. We're going to use our human intellect. We are absolutely going to use our human intellect. And we're going to use that mind. We have a mind. You know, we have a mind. And if you do that, when you engage in this process of radical release, you know what you're going to be confronted with? Your old habits, your familiar, erroneous ways of thinking, your old feelings, and ultimately, you're going to just say, it's no use, I can't let go. I can't get out of an abusive relationship because there's no place else for me to go and I'm not worthy. I can't get a better position because the world doesn't like me and you know I'm black. I can't get a good relationship because I saw my mother and father fight the whole time and then they got divorced and I didn't have a role model. What? Those statements I just made are erroneous beliefs built on thoughts and feelings that need to be released. They need to be released. You see, there is only one way to do this, y'all. There's only one way to do it. Now, there's a lot of processes, but one way. And it's talking about spiritual laws. Your spirit. One of the things, somebody was asking me what I loved most about the gold rush. They didn't ask me all the stuff I didn't like. All the months and Dana calling me, talking about, we got to get this done, we got to get that done. And all the rest of those people bothering me. They said, what do you like? And what I said was, in this place over the years, and it's reflected in the materials we've gotten, the women, all different colors, all different sizes, all different shapes, all different theologies, have come together and recognized we're spirit. That's what it is. Yes, we have all come forth and manifest on this earth for a purpose and a reason. But that doesn't outweigh or is more important than that we are spirit. And in that spirit, in coming to that understanding and coming to that realization that I am spirit, I can love everybody. I'm not going political today. I'm not going political, Pamela. That's it. I'm not going political. I can love everybody because I can do something with my spirit. My spirit can see through each and every situation, everybody and everything can see the other spirit. And in that, I can love. I don't have to resort to when somebody comes at me with something that's ugly, something that would slay me. I don't have to resort to the stuff that may be in my subconscious because I've done some radical releasing. I have said, that's a lie. I don't have to fight. The best, and if I'm going to fight, the best way to do it is with a little bit of love. With a little bit of love. Oh, you got to be strategic and you got to be smart. You got to be wise. We got wisdom. We don't have wisdom. Or do we have wisdom up here? Yeah, who's got wisdom? That's wisdom. Wisdom fell down. Come on, y'all. Wisdom fell down. We got to hold wisdom up. So you got to be wise. You know, each of you who know me, and all of you women who are here, we are not doormats. No, we are not doormats. But we do believe in serving. We do believe in looking through a situation and looking through a person and looking through an event and seeing the good, and then dropping and letting go of the other stuff that is not for us. That's what radical releasing is. You see, it's about a paradigm shift. How many know what a paradigm shift is? Come on, raise your hand. You heard Wayne Dyer talk about paradigm shifts. Rest his soul. It is a belief that we need to go to the thoughts. So you can't just say, I don't believe it anymore. You got to go to the thoughts and the feelings which created that. Because there was a book, I can't remember the name of it. I taught a class. Some of you, I might have been in it. This man wrote this book, and he talks about thoughts. And there's beliefs and feelings that create these thoughts, right? Well, when you are releasing in a radical way, you're in the midst of a struggle. You are in the midst of a struggle. And I think that's, I can't, which workshop, because that's what they were saying. That you're in the midst of a struggle. It might have been Kim Charles. She was helping us understand, I can say that I am the baddest mamma jamma ever walked the face of the earth. But if in my subconscious, I got some erroneous beliefs going on, the gatekeeper, is that right, Kim Charles? The gatekeeper is going to say, that's a lie, you ought to stop saying that. And it won't ever manifest in my life. So the radical releasing means I got to go there. I got to go there. I got to be tough. I've got to overcome those things that I've held as true for 999 years. It's my mama's fault because, she didn't do me right. It's my daddy's fault because of what he didn't do. It's my brother's fault. It's somebody's fault. We got to hold all of that. And I'm speaking of it lightly, but we know I'm talking about serious matters. I'm talking about beliefs that have been with us, beliefs that we have tried to ignore because the pain was too hard for us to really work with them directly. Well, in a radical releasing, what you do is call up those thoughts and call up those feelings, and you surrender to that indwelling spirit. You say, God, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it, but I'm tired of being sick, God. I'm tired of my skin breaking out all the time, God. I'm tired of having my muscles hurt, God. I'm tired, God, of walking around sad, God. I don't know how to do it, but I know I got some erroneous beliefs and feelings in my subconscious that need to be released. And God will always answer if you call to surrender. We're going to stop and work right now, because right now I want you, as Karen Drucker is going to come up here to play a song about surrendering, I want you to pull out of you have a folder, and the folder has a large white sheet of paper. Has a large white sheet of paper. I want you to get your pen out. And I want you to take this time. At these conferences, we work. This is not a conference for you to come and just laugh, although we're going to laugh tonight too. But it's a conference for you to take a minute in this safe place, to take a minute and to think about where and what in your subconscious that needs to be radically released. Now, let me tell you one other thing, maybe, as you're getting ready to write. The biggest thing in most of our subconscious that needs to be radically released is called unforgiveness. It's called unforgiveness. Somebody did something to you, and I'm not making light of it, but you need to surrender and let it go. Unforgiveness is a killer. Unforgiveness is a killer. It will deteriorate your body, and it'll make you for a sad, miserable life. Maybe what you want to write on that sheet of paper is something you need to release from your subconscious about forgiving somebody. This is about coming to your golden increase. You are the only entity that's stopping you from increasing. You are the only entity that's stopping you from increasing. Go down right now and think about 1, 2 unforgiveness, events, people that you need to radically release from your life. This is your business. I know you're sitting in your community, in your neighborhood. Thank you. That's another topic. But I want you to take a minute now and write. And Karen is going to sing to us.
I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. And I'm more loving every moment, every day. My mind is willing and my heart is open wide. I trust my instincts and let Spirit be my guide. I vow to live a life that's real and pure and free. As I continue walking in this mystery, I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. And I am kinder every moment, every day. Now there may be walls and there may be roadblocks in my way, but I can choose. I'll say that line again. I can choose. It's kind of important to hear that line. I can choose to take a higher path each day. And now I know that what I thought was safe and sound, it's my favorite line, was only habit and regret that held me down. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good.
Go deep. Go deep.
I will
Go
release. Deep. I will release. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. And I'm more loving every moment, every day. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. And I'm more loving every moment, every day. And I'm more loving every moment, every day. And I am kinder every moment. And I am kinder every moment, every day. I will surrender. I will surrender every moment, every day.
And so now you had a chance, and it's a lifelong process. And I love that God gives us every day to wake up and go and do some radical releasing and be willing to let go to get more. So what you have written down, I want you to take the piece of paper and I want you to read it just quietly to yourself. I want you to read it because you wrote it. And now I want you to think you are nothing. Just think it. Think it so it fills every cell of your body. And then tear that piece of paper up. It's the smallest pieces you can. And when you get to a garbage can, throw it away. But tear it up. I want it into a small, I want little bitty pieces. You can put it in your, you have an envelope, a thing, you put it in your thing. Because it is nothing. It is nothing. Whatever it was that needed to be released, it was some erroneous thoughts and feelings. It is nothing. And you have just determined that for yourself. And even though it may require you doing this every day for the next 40 days, do it. Do it. The question is, are you willing to let go? Are you willing to let go to get more? That's what we're dealing with right now tonight. Now, the other side is lovingly, as you're tearing it up. Go on. Come on, Diane. Let's into, come on. Tear them up into little pieces and put it into your, don't leave that on the floor in here, y'all. Put it into your folder, and so your pocket until when you get to the garbage can. But it is nothing. And do that. That's an activity. That's a tool. You know, here we get tools, right? We get tools to go for minors so we can dig up our goals. Now, that's nothing new, and it most certainly isn't rocket science. But I tell you, if you aren't intentional, you will not do it. And you will wonder why you're sad, you're depressed, you're broke, and you're out of relationship, okay? That's what I'm going to tell you. That's what'll happen. We through with that. We through with that nothingness. So, there's one other way to do this willingness to let go. And I like this part. Because you've heard, I think it's talked about in the, what's that book? The Secret, the Mind, Law of Attraction. Yeah, you know what the Law of Attraction, it wasn't that long ago. Law of Attraction, Law of Mind Action. You know that? Some of you know that. If you don't know, to ask somebody who said they knew after we finish. But then there's another thing that it says, give and you shall receive. The master teacher taught us that. Give and you shall receive. Are you familiar with that? Yes. And so it's some way like to do that, be able to give so that you can receive. You know what you have to be like? I like to say you want to model yourself off an acorn. Huh? Y'all say, yeah, you don't know what I'm going through. Yeah. You want to model yourself off of it. That's the only way you can really give and receive and do this stuff I'm talking about to talk about, is because an acorn recognizes instinctively, because, you know, it doesn't think. Thank you. Why God give us the power to think, huh? But acorn comes here knowing that it has all that it needs, knowing that it is going to be provided with the right environment. It will grow into this huge tree that will not only feed itself, but will house others and share with others. What do you think about that? Or maybe you could model yourself after, I don't know, maybe this is not a good example because I'm finished with that, but I'm going to do it anyway. I like this example. The caterpillar. The caterpillar, which gives up, willingly lets go. Lets go of, first it's a little bud on a leaf. You didn't know the butterfly was a little bud on a leaf, did you? Y'all thought it was just a caterpillar, right? Well, first it's a little bud on a leaf. And then it grows into this fuzzy little thing that we see growing. And then the caterpillar goes into a cocoon. And in this cocoon, it's not afraid to let go willingly and lovingly. Let go of the cocoon at the right time. With a struggle. Say with a struggle. With a struggle. Struggle's not always bad. Say struggle's not always bad. Struggle's not always bad. As a matter of fact, if I know who I am, struggle can be real good. That's what the caterpillar says, and be laughing at y'all who don't want to struggle, because the caterpillar goes into the cocoon, turns within, and struggles until it can fly, fly, fly. Ooh, you know what? I need to be able to sing, because I was about to go into I can fly.
What's your belief? Come on now.
So, team, should I sing? This lovingly letting go, willingly, lovingly letting go to be more, many of you have already determined what I'm going to say. Andrea, you sitting up here, so you get to be the... If I want more love, what do I need to give away? Love. If I want more love, I need to give away love. I have to willingly let go of the love. And if I'm like that acorn, I know I'm going to always have enough love for myself. I'm just going to keep giving it away, keep giving it away, keep giving away. If I want to have a good relationship, what do I have to offer someone? Because, ladies, for as many things as we can say, and as many counseling sessions as we've been in, and as many nights as we cry, our relationships reflect what we are giving out. I think they all ran out the room, Krista. If you want more, you lovingly let go of a wonderful mindset, beliefs and feelings about a wonderful relationship. You let it go. You don't worry about, where is he? He didn't call me. What? He's supposed to be here now. What? Huh? What? Where'd you get those shoes from? Huh? What? That will give you, no, you can't go. And furthermore, I'm not going to give you money to spend. And if you understand what I'm saying, this time we're talking about lovingly letting go. Jesus said it. It's in the secret. Whatever you want more of, you let go. And one of the big things, and I ain't even a senior pastor anywhere or anything, but one of the big things is giving, your tithing to your church or your spiritual center or wherever. I believe in it. Now I have to, I'm not going to, should I talk about David? He's not here. Okay. I have to write the check out and put the check aside and say, this check is for tithing. Okay, so I won't be at CUT on Sunday, right? Because I'll be here, right? So I have to write the check out and say, David, this check is for tithing. I'm sticking it on the door. Because he'll say, well, how much is it? He loves his church, don't get me wrong, don't get me wrong. But lovingly letting go to get more across the whole waterfront. When someone comes at you, and it's really good for us to recognize this in this political season in all seriousness. When somebody comes at you with what you don't want, do not be tricked into giving them that back. Okay? Do you hear what I'm saying? If somebody comes at you with what you don't want, do not be tricked. And you know how you trick, because you need to go back to radical releasing. Because down in there, it's somewhere saying some erroneous thought about put your dukes up. Okay? That's down there. That means, you know. But don't be tricked. Know who you are. You are pure, unadulterated love. And yes, you are wise. So trust me, I ain't saying be a doormat. It may be such. I think it was, might have been, I forget, one of the quotes that are around the wall that says, guess what? You may have to love so much that you have to walk out of the relationship. Because guess what? One of the things, and some of you have been in the class with me, and I don't care what my sisters say, it's the truth. One of the things my mother taught us is You got to love yourself first. You got to, that's right, give your hand on that. You got to love yourself first. Now, of course, you love God, and then you love you, but you and God are one, so it's kind of like loving yourself first. If you are not loving you, you will not give away love, and you will not receive love. If you're not feeling that you are worthy, you will denigrate everybody else, and you will get that denigration back. If you are not feeling that you have the ability to achieve, you'll give that doubt away. And that doubt will come back smacking you and passed over promotions, failing grades, etc. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. So we are now talking about a mixture, because if that stuff happens, that means there's some radical releasing that you need to do. But loving yourself first. What we're going to do right now is Karen Drucker. And some of you all met the famous internationally known Karen Drucker this morning. The rest of you all will really get to meet her on Sunday. But there's in your folder, you know it, a letter and an envelope. I want you to, and you know you love receiving these letters back just at the right time. I want you to write a love letter to you. And I love writing it. I wrote mine already. I'll go in there, you can get your love letter out. Come on. Oh, you got it out? Okay. This love letter, you call yourself dear sweetie pie, dear baby girl, dear baby cakes, whatever you call yourself, or whatever you want to be called, and tell you how much you love you. Tell you how much you care for you and how proud you are of you. Tell you maybe, well, you didn't quite make it doing this time, but I know you're going to do it the next time. Talk truth to yourself. Tell yourself the truth that you are what you are. You are a star because you are love. Karen's going to help us out a little bit as you're writing.
You are seen, you are heard, you are loved for who you are. You are enough, you are complete, you are loved. I am seen, I am heard, I am loved for who I am. I am enough, I am complete, yeah, and I am.
You're writing your love letter to you.
I am seen, heard, loved for who I am. I am enough, I am complete. I know that I am loved. I am seen, I am heard, I am loved for who
Make it sweet. Make it wonderful. Make it truthful.
I am enough.
Maybe you're falling in love with yourself again.
I am loved. I am seen, I am heard, and I am loved for who I am. I am enough, I am complete, and I am loved. And if you finish, you can just sing with me really soft. I am seen, I am heard. I am heard, I am loved for who I am. I am loved for who I am enough. I am enough, I am complete. I am complete. I am loved and I am loved. Sing it to that little person inside. I am seen, I am heard, I am loved. I am loved for who I am enough. I am enough. Complete. I am complete. I am loved now. I am loved. Sing with me now. I am seen. I am heard. I am loved. I am loved for who I am. I am enough. I am
I'm enough, y'all. I'm enough.
I am complete. I am loved now. I am loved. I am seen. I am seen. I am heard. I am heard. I am loved. I am loved for who I am. I am enough. I am enough. I am complete. I am complete. I am loved. I am. And if you want to just maybe tell somebody, you could say, you are seen. You are heard. You are loved for who you are. Tell someone, you know what? You're enough. You are enough. You are complete. You are complete. You know what the truth is? You are loved. Tell somebody else. They might need to hear it. You are seen. You are heard. You are heard. And you are loved for who you are. You are enough. You are enough. You are complete. You are complete.
You are complete.
And you are. Okay, one more time back to yourself. I am seen. I am seen. I am heard. I am loved. I am loved for who I am enough. I am enough. I am complete. I am complete. Just say now, I am loved. I didn't hear you. What did you say?
I am loved.
Do you believe it? Say it again.
I am loved.
Turn to a sister and say, you are, you are, you are.
Loved.
Tell somebody else on the other side, say, you are.
Loved.
Look around the room and say, we are, we are, we are. I didn't hear you. What did you say? Say, we are. Now bring it back to yourself and say, I and I am. Really soft like you're talking to a baby. I am loved. So sweet, so sweet. Now I am loved. Don't applaud, just go like this instead. Go.
Thank you. Thank you. The love letter was awesome. Seal it in the envelope. Write your name and address legibly on the front of the envelope. And your return address in the corner on the front of the envelope. And if you need to, so you'll know that I haven't looked at it, but I tell you, I'm too busy reading my own love letters, you can write your initials across the back of the envelope so that you'll see it wasn't opened. Because what you're going to do is, when you're completed with that, putting your letter in the envelope and sealing it, putting your address legibly on the front of it and your return address in the corner, you're going to pass it over to the person on the right, And then the last person in that row, in that section, is going to come up and collect all the letters. And then we're going to have one of the team members to come across this way to collect them all. So it'll be very organized. What do you think? Okay. So please pass your letters over to the right. Over to the right. And then once they've passed the last person, you come down and collect all the letters. That's you, BB. Karen, that's you. Come on down and collect all the letters. The last person, pass them over to the right, last person in the row. And in the front, Bernadine, can you come across and collect the letters? If you're not quite finished, we're going to roll on into party time. Just a couple more things and we're out of here. I hope you know you got some tools tonight. Whenever you're feeling bad, sit down and write yourself a love letter. And then mail it. Don't just keep it, mail it to yourself. Because you'll love when you get it in a couple of days, I promise you. Karen, you collecting them things? Mercy, what was? Okay. When they're collected all the way down, Karen, walk over and give BB. Oh, okay. Give yours to Karen, and then BB, you can walk this way and give it over to Bernadine. Okay, everybody's letter collected. No, y'all wrote some long love letters. That's all right. That's all right. You weren't through. She said she wasn't through with her love letter. I don't blame you. Give it over to Bernadine. Bernadine, raise your hand so they'll know to give it to you. Okay. Okay, so as we start winding down, in all seriousness, we've, in a light-hearted way, with a lot of singing to help us wake up, talked about some things that are really important if we're really going to have our year of golden increase. You've received some tools, simple things, but I assure you, those easiest things are often overlooked in our life, and we wonder why something's not going right. There are a couple of things. I just want to read one thing that Susan Jeffers wrote. She says, and I want you to take with you, remove those "I want you to like me" stickers from your forehead. And instead, place them where they truly do the most good, on your mirror. Huh? What you think? The last one, you have forgiveness cards. You've received, those of you who've been with me before, you've received them. They're in your folder. I'm not going to read it. We've gone through it. It's serious stuff. It's not rocket science. But I promise you, if you hold on to these and shift and do some radical releasing of some other thinking about forgiveness and hold on to this, you will be a happier camper. You also have, I thought I'd share a little poetry with y'all in there. Knowing now, and is it too good to be true? Is it too good to be true is a poem simply saying, God has provided you with everything you could possibly want. And when you are enjoying it and being joyous, please don't ask, is it too good to be true? You probably, if God were a person, he'd probably just go nuts. What's wrong with him? But God, she is not a person. And knowing now, simply reminding us, time nor facts are important. Yes, we have to use them and work with them in our human form, but they are not the end-all, be-all. And the moment we get a handle on that, as you read my Knowing Now, it makes life, oh, I'm not too late for anything. Regret goes out the window with its nothingness self. Jealousy. I loved in my class, I kept telling folks, the ladies, don't be worried about Beyonce's thighs. Those are her thighs. Worry about your own thighs. Facts about it, I mean nothing. You have been given all that you need to be all that God created you to be. What an awesome kind of thing. And the last thing, this truly is the last thing, because I am not a Baptist preacher. This is the last thing, because it's really important. I got some housekeeping stuff, but the last message point is a message by Elizabeth, is a little quote by Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. And I really liked it. It says, maybe I'll say woman. She says people. I'm going to say women are like stained glass windows. They sparkle and shine when the sun is out. But when the darkness sets in, their true beauty is revealed only if there is a light from within. Let your little girl shine, shine, shine. And so it is.